Welcome back to another episode of the Cage Walk podcast with Kayla, presented by OddSmokerMMA. Today I have Schaun Smiley Duperon. Look, I'm not French, so I can't do it.
Duperon,
Duperon.
it's fine.
We're gonna get there. Smiley, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. For those watching, me and Smiley have been trying to get an interview going forever, and so now I'm so glad it's finally happening.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
it's been
I've been waiting on this.
we have been back and forth, so I'm so glad we finally found time and we're able to do it. Smiley, you have an upcoming kickboxing match June 28th with one of the best promotions around, Milk and Cookies, run by Jordan Thrash. How are you feeling? How's camp going?
Oh man, I've been loving camp so far. I've just been try to do different mindset. At my last few camps, I've been going too hard, but now I've been just learning how to have fun with it and just take it a day at a time, being present in the moment.
Yeah, what's been your biggest challenge during this camp?
Uh, Obviously, trying to get as much time as I can into the gym with, work schedule and all that, trying to, find that balance of work schedule and then, getting in the gym. But, that's why I just take it one day at a time. And, I don't beat myself too bad if I miss a day of practice because, stuff does happen. I used to beat myself up like so super bad about it. But, I'm starting to change my mindset about it.
That's what you gotta do, man. You gotta go with the flow, you know? Like
Yeah.
anything in life, nothing's perfect, and that no one's ever going to be perfect. So you just keep growing and learning from your mistakes, training, fights, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
How are you feeling and going against your opponent, Stephen McCarn, correct?
Yes. I'm feeling very confident in my capabilities and my skills. Been just sharpening the tools, doing what my coach has been telling me like I do, and just working on, some other things that they've been telling me to do on the side. I can't get all the secrets out.
Well, I can't do that. Don't want him listening in, trying to figure out your weaknesses and whatnot.
Yeah.
Uh, that's awesome. What was I gonna say? I want to backtrack a little bit. I did want to touch base on camp and whatnot, just to see, how camp's going without going too much into detail. Um, let's get into how you got into kickboxing, training, MMA, whatever all you do.
Uh, well, I just started kickboxing. I'm going to transition to MMA, once I start learning grappling, because I originally started in Taekwondo down in Picayune, Mississippi, under the ATF Foundation, which is American Taekwondo Foundation, under Mr. Barris, and that's how my martial arts journey started. And then I started watching Anderson Silva. Like Anderson Silva was like my like people's Conor McGregor. See, I love it.
Thought you'd like that.
Yeah, so man, he was like one of my idols.
um, so but talk more. So like you started watching it. Was it something like, you want to be like Anderson Silva, you saw him and you're like, let me try that, I can do that?
Yeah,
Or was
but
there something else that set you like, hey, I want to do this?
I mean, it was honestly just like wanting to be like Anderson, like loving his colorful personality. Like he just goes in there, puts on a show, and like just the people love him. Like he's a fan of the people, grounded, very humble, but he's also like very, colorful. People, he's very nice. He seems like a very nice guy, but he's like a badass in that cage.
Yeah. That
And that's like what I think Smiley is like he's just, the very colorful guy, just like be friendly, but he's a badass in the cage.
I unfortunately have not seen you in the cage yet, but I can totally vouch you're a super down to earth, cool guy. Hashtag bestie right here. Um,
Yeah. I do have my moments where I get stressed because, life and trying to expand and try to learn new hobbies and, try to do the best I can and get as much as I can into the entertainment business, whether the MMA business, like that's my big dream and big vision with this is to try to learn the MMA business side of it and also, develop my skills as a martial artist.
yeah, and that's all it is, just finding what's best for you, whether it's kickboxing, boxing, MMA, try it all, You're young,
Yeah.
you're still new at this. So keep pushing, keep going.
Oh yeah.
Um, What? No, who is Smiley outside the cage? Like, what do you?
Smiley outside the cage. Uh, I mean, I work multiple jobs as of right now. Like I just got to Best Choice. I'm about to start working as a sales rep for Best Choice Roofing, and I work at a club or lounge. I don't know what he really calls it, but it's called the Mint Julep down in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, ran by Mr. Myron Lott, one of the greatest bosses like I've ever worked for. He's done so much than any other boss has. Like he'll let me go like skip a couple hours of work to go train and then come back to work. Like he does. He looks out for me because he sees the passion in my eyes about martial arts. But I have my days where I was like, man, I don't want to be at work, and he knows it because like you know I have no training or nothing like that. But I'm very thankful for the position I'm blessed to be in right now.
Most definitely, and it's good to have those people who understand, who support you. You know, especially with you working three jobs, and you got to find time to train, to eat right. You know, all of that. How is that work balance going? Work life training. Like, how are you managing? Your mic's off.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
So, back to what I was saying. Pretty much how I balance it all is
what's
raining
happening?
out here. My screen.
You muted yourself again. Hit the mic. Well, now you hit the camera.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can't see you.
Sorry about that.
There we go.
Don't you love technology?
Love it.
Sorry about
Uh,
that.
no, you're
But
good.
back to what I was saying. Pretty much just trying to be present in the moment and have to, recognize my thoughts and recognize my emotions and not to let those negative emotions take over and try to just enjoy every single moment of the day and just learn what you can learn. Like I constantly tell myself, if I'm not learning, I'm not winning in the game of life.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it is. Live in the moment, man. Um,
Yeah.
I feel like more people need to do that, you know, instead of, everyone has a plan. Everyone wants to get better and grow and get out of regionals, you know, and
hmm
we don't focus just living in the moment, you know, do what you have to do now and don't focus so heavy on the future, you know?
I have a big problem with that myself, but I mean that's what growth's about. Learn, live and learn.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I did want to ask because I felt bad because I thought you were done talking. So I do want to jump back to where you said you work three jobs, you train. I'm sure you have friends, and so what is that balance like? So where because you also need time to chill and relax, um, and just have some you time. So what's that like? I mean, I could not imagine doing what you do. Three jobs, training, every,
I mean, I try to like spend some time with like my training partners outside of the gym, and I try to have my few friends, but I have very few friends because how busy I am, and then I try to have a friendship life with my training partners, because I feel like it helps us develop our martial arts skills to have that personal communication and personal relationship with each other, and
yeah.
then trying to do three jobs, so like I have my few friends. We talk, every now and then. They have their life, so it's more the like when we meet, or if somebody tries to text me, like I'll try my best to get back to them, and like not to beat myself too much bad about it.
Yeah. It's definitely hard, with someone who does a lot themselves, between the business, the podcast, being a mom, and working full time. It's definitely a challenge, and it gets stressful. Like
Oh yeah,
it's hard. So I understand. I get it. Um,
yeah. And
What?
unfortunately, I'm not blessed with the connections like to be put in certain positions. But I'm working on these connections by just working hard and doing the best I can.
And that's what you have to do, like if it wasn't for you, I owe you so much thanks. Like I would have never even met Jordan Thrash, Like so that and that's how you make those connections, Like I'm so grateful for you for telling me to hit him up, message him, get in contact with him. I wouldn't be working with MNC. I wouldn't have met you and every other fighter on this upcoming card and helped everyone on the card with their graphics, getting their name out. So I do
But
owe a lot of thanks to you.
no problem. It's just I like giving people the opportunity to chase their dreams. If I could do something to help, I want to be in that position to do it.
Most definitely. And that's all I love to do too for the fighters. That's why I started this podcast, to
Mhm.
get y'all's name out there the best that I can with any connections that I have on an upper level. Don't have many, but I have some, they do watch my profile, and if they can, see y'all, see your fight and get y'all going up outside regionals, getting better up there, that's what
Oh
that's
yeah,
what I want.
oh yeah, most definitely. And I
Um,
very much appreciate you.
of course. Well, um, thank you. All right, let's jump into some more questions real quick.
Mhm.
Um, so when you're in a match, whatever it is, how do you handle pressure?
Honestly, I don't know what takes over me. It's like because it's crazy. I have more anxiety outside of the cage and then like inside the cage. Like when I'm inside the cage, it feels just normal to me. Like I know it sounds corny or whatever you want to say, but like genuinely, like the first few times I've been in that cage, like it just I don't really notice the crowd. Like the the pressure doesn't get to me. Like I love the crowd. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I don't know. It's just it's something I guess I was blessed with, and I'm trying to develop that skill more as I grow too.
And that's what it is. I feel like that's a common theme amongst fighters. Is they're just a totally different person in the cage, like anything that's going on the outside, you just turn it off and go and do what you have to do, and
Yeah,
which is awesome, like so much respect for that. You're all just different people. Like you can just forget everything that's going on, forget the crowd. You don't, ignore the boos, ignore the cheers, whatever. You just go in there and beat them up.
yeah. I mean, I still love my haters because that's what gives the motivation. That the haters bring all the support. You got to.
I feel like haters are people's biggest fans.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Because they're watching your every move because they're always interested in your life and. But at the end of the day, who who are they to judge? Who are we to judge?
Absolutely, no one. um, After a fight, what's your favorite way to wind down?
Chilling with my home brothers, in the gym. I currently live with two of my training partners, Will and Shay. Will, he's gonna have a kickboxing match June 7th for Prime Fighting under Johnny Smith. So shout out to Will. He's been putting in that work. I always want to give shout out to my boys, that are training hard, putting in the work because, I I don't like all the spotlight on me. I want to if I have I want to get the spotlight just to put it on other people and watch them grow as fighters and as human beings.
That, that and that's what at least every fighter needs is to have that support, and the fact that you don't just focus it just on you. You make sure you get your teammates' names out there, let people know they got fights coming up, supporting them as much as they support you, and that's what it all is.
Oh yeah, just it's all love at the end of the day.
Absolutely. I forget who said that yesterday. I think it was Austin and Jay who said that yesterday. As they said at the end of the day, it's just all love, and that's what it is, and that's one thing I love about you guys, everyone I've talked to on this card is there's no true animosity between anybody. Like everyone jokes around, whatever, but at the end of the day, they're there for each other.
Yeah, most definitely.
So, um, what's
Um,
go ahead.
Sorry, I kind of ran off on a tangent. But what I like to do, wind down, just chill with the boys. We play like UFC 5. We watch movies, watch stuff on YouTube, go out on walks, try to get have a balance of nature and just like having those conversations that most people don't have to like develop a personal relationship together.
That's the best way to do it. Uh, sorry, I have to do that really fast. So that's the best way to do it.
I
Have your
know
people.
you're good.
Ow. Just have your people there. And I love all the support you have. Especially you're newer, amateur, and you have this group of guys. Um, what what has been the most rewarding aspect to training?
The most rewarding aspect, honestly, just learning something new. Like whenever I go to the siege and Johnny's teaching me something new, whether there's some times where I don't be paying attention, and he'll gladly admit that. But just being around them guys, just being around their energy and just constantly learning something, like, 'cause it's like I'm pretty much living my dream. I'm not in the I don't have all the fancy cars and everything, but I'm getting to do with that stuff that I've like envisioned as a young kid, like watching Anderson Silva growing up. So it's
Like,
like I'm very thankful, and like I get to just train martial arts because it's like I love everything martial arts. I watch anime, I study a lot of Japanese philosophy.
that's awesome. That's what's up, man. Just keep doing what you're doing, Smiley. Keep doing what you're doing.
I
Um,
appreciate it.
of course. Any advice that you have for a fighter that is brand new to training, or someone who um is on the fence of going to a gym, finding out what they want to do?
Honestly, I just say give it a try, give it a week. You're not gonna be at the same skill level as some of the guys that have been training there for years, and don't discourage yourself because one day if you just honestly put in the work, the dedication, you're gonna get to our level. Because at the end of the day, we're all started from something, and for anybody that's competing, the best lesson I've heard is just don't look at it as a loss, just look at it as a lesson, and that's how I look at all my fights. Like if 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 I so called lose, I'm just like, man, I had to learn a lesson from it. What lessons did I need to learn from that fight or that competition?
That's awesome. I love that. Don't look at it as a loss, look at it as a lesson. That's awesome. I think more people need to hear that. Um, that's definitely an amazing viewpoint. Love that.
Thank you.
Um,
I put myself around a lot of highly intellectual people. I just act stupid sometimes.
say no, I'm just kidding. Uh, do you have any words? And I know at the end of the day, it's all love. But when you're inside the cage, there's no love right there until after
Mhm.
the last bell. Any words to your opponent?
I mean, just good luck to him. Stay blessed. I hope he's healthy. Ready to compete. Hope he's ready to put on the show with me. It's not. I don't want to. I'm not really one of those people that shit talk. I rather if somebody's gonna shit talk first, I'll shit talk back. You know what I'm saying? But true me is I'm very respectful.
I love that, and what I have a lot of respect. Now, don't get me wrong, everyone loves some shit talking. Let's just be honest.
Yeah,
But
we
you
all do.
have those, yeah, but you have those fighters, who won't. And I have so much respect for that. Like, and again, regardless with this promotion, no matter what you say, it's still out of love. So, and at the end, y'all gonna hug. But I have a lot of respect for those who don't. They just go in there, beat them up, and whatever happens, happens.
Oh yeah, that's
So,
how that's how I live it.
um, one more question. Obviously, weight cut sucks. No one loves it, or even gaining weight, try to get just whatever you have to do to get to weight. But after you finally do official weigh-ins, do you have a go-to meal?
A go-to meal. Uh, I mean, I guess some typical Waffle House. That's the first thing that pops in my head. I just want to
Everyone
eat some
in their
waffles.
Waffle House.
I mean, either a big fat burger, like a big juicy burger, like from Mug Shots or something. Like,
Ooh, yeah.
uh, yeah,
Let's
that
go
could.
some good burgers.
Oh man,
I'm the kind
I
with
used to
you.
work there, man.
You know what?
I used to work there, and oh man, every time I got to eat their burgers on break, I was like, man, this is the best burger I've ever had.
And I'm totally just playing about the Waffle House. However, that has been a common theme, whether it's after weigh-ins or an after fight. It's like apparently a multiple fighters tradition. So I love it. It's so funny. I personally, I enjoy Waffle House. When I have my fighters come that I sponsor that come into town, the day after the fights, we go to Waffle House.
Oh man, that sounds like blast.
Yeah, that's that's the go-to. So I just like give it shit. Um, Anything else you'd like to add in?
Uh, can I do shout outs?
Yeah, absolutely.
So obviously, I want to shout out Siege Performance, the gym, my family over there, and shout out to Uncle Johnny and Uncle Amir over there. They're doing great. If and to anybody in the Hattiesburg area, if you want to try something new, and like you don't even have to compete with us. Like just pick up a new hobby. Just come try MMA. I'm telling you, it's a journey you'll never regret. It's the journey I promise anyone will love. And put your kids into it because they'll teach them a lot of self discipline, how to be very self aware and be mindful of their surroundings. So they can make the right decision and make their parents proud. Because I feel like that's what we're all meant to do on living on this earth. Me personally, that's my perspective and opinion. And, shout out to Jordan Thrash too. So got the merch on. Jordan Thrash has been that guy. I love him to death. Ever since I first met him, he'll actually, he's had such good feelings about me, and I'm trying to just so shout out to him. I just want to make him proud, make everybody else proud, make my grandmother proud. You know what I'm saying? But like I know I do this for me, but man, I love making other people like proud. Just seeing the growth that I'm experiencing myself.
Anything and anyone else? Sorry.
Uh, uh, Shout out to my little brother Caden. He just graduated recently, so I'm proud of him doing what he's doing. You know, I'm glad he's chasing his dreams and being you're not making the same mistakes that I did when I was younger. So
Well, congrats to him. I know graduating is a big deal. Everyone seems to be graduating. It's that time of year. So I wish him nothing but the best wherever he goes after high school.
oh
Uh,
yeah.
Smiley, where can we find you on socials?
Instagram Smiley Schaun SmileySchaun. It's not spelled like any other typical Sean. And then Facebook Smiley Duperon Jr. Uh, TikTok Smiley Schaun, just like Instagram. I'm gonna try to be posting daily content on there. It's just working three jobs, you don't have time to really post content like that. So, and then I just moved into a new apartment, so we're trying to get stuff for the apartment, get stable. But soon we're gonna be doing content, a lot of podcasts coming soon, vlogs coming soon, anything to get more people interested in a local Hattiesburg fighter and let them know about all the talent around here.
Yeah, most definitely. There's a whole lot of talent down in Hattiesburg. I'm so excited to see it all come
Oh
June
man, thank you.
28th. I'm so looking forward to it. Um, Y'all, and as always, you can find me, OddSmoker MMA, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We are constantly posting stuff, graphics. Hit us up for graphic needs, super low commission rates. Hit me up to jump on the podcast. I would love to have any fighter, all fighters at any level, whether you just started out or you've been doing it for years. I'd love to talk to you. Smiley, it has been a pleasure finally talking to you. I'm glad we were
It's
able
been
to
an
work
honor.
it out. I cannot wait for your fight, June 28th in Hattiesburg, y'all. Come check us out. Milk and Cookies, run by Jordan Thrash. One of the best promotions I know. And I will say this during every podcast, especially the ones I'm interviewing. From the card, it truly is family over there. I just got involved and I already feel like family to these fighters and to Jordan. Um, to come out support again June 28th in Hattiesburg. Don't miss out.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
Absolutely. I'm going to stop the video. Don't hang up on me yet.